If you've ever wondered what kind of credit card you should get, watch this video and find out what best suits your lifestyle. What's up guys, it's Oscar from Down Under, and today we're talking about different types of people with different types of credit cards. In this list we will be talking about different types of personalities and different types of spending habits. Do keep in mind that this is not a best to worst type of list. Always remember that when it comes to credit cards, there is no such thing as the best. Only the best for your lifestyle and spending habits. And please remember that I am not a financial advisor, I am just a guy sharing my opinion, even when nobody asked. Alright, starting it off with number 1, the cash is king. Alright, this is pretty simple. These are the people who just don't like credit cards. They avoid them like the plague. They've heard that credit cards are debt machines and that they will do everything in their power to avoid learning how to properly use one. And instead will use cash or a debit card. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can still give me a like and watch my videos even if you don't like credit cards, right? Please. Now moving on to number 2. That's 4. Number 2, the just in case. Now these are the people who don't like to play in the credit card game but would like to keep one on hand just in case something unforeseen happens. Their cards usually offer $0 annual fees with credit limits from $1,000 to $10,000 so that they could keep them under their couch or under their bed and they would not pay any annual fees on it, but they have $1,000 to $10,000 to spend on it just in case. Just 2 examples of these are the Virgin Money no annual fee card, which would give you $2,000 in minimum credit limits, and the 28 degree latitude MasterCard, which would give you $6,000 in minimum credit limit, both with no annual fees. This is not something I do, obviously, not just because I do love credit card points. In my opinion, if you really want to have the capacity to pay for something unforeseen, better have a cash cushion or an emergency money stacked somewhere, saved somewhere, and be able to pay for it with your own money and not rely on credit. But that's just me. Number 3 are the noobs. In this group, I've put the people who are just starting out in the credit card game and also the people who've already broken their credit score and are trying to repair it. The reason being is that these 2 types of people would usually hold the same types of credit cards, one that which will allow them to increase their credit score from a low starting point. Their credit cards would typically offer a minimum credit limit of under $1,000 and an annual fee of less than $50 to about $0. One example for these cards is the ANZ First for Students credit card, which has a minimum credit limit of $500 and an annual fee of $30, of which will be waived if you're a full-time student in an Australian education institution. These cards are typically low maintenance cards as they would have low minimum credit limits, which would mean that if you spend past it, it's easier to correct than with cards with higher credit limits. So if you're one of the noobs in the credit card game, try out some of these cards, make some mistakes, learn from it, build your credit score, leave me a like, and once you've done that, let's move on. Number 4, the serial monogamists. Urban Dictionary defines them as someone who jumps from one relationship to another and who's almost always never single. Well, in the credit card world, they're the people who hold one card at a time but would jump from one card to another every 6 months to about 24 months, depending on the card's offer. Of course, I'm talking about people who use 0% purchase interest cards or 0% balance transfer cards. These are the people who typically buy a lot of stuff on their credit cards, and once their statement comes in at the end of the month, they would only pay the minimum amount, racking up the interest. And once they realize that that interest is now too high for them to pay off, they would look for a 0% balance transfer card for how many months, and they would transfer all of their debt into that card and try to pay it off. And once that promo is over and they still haven't paid off their debt, they keep doing the same thing until they would pay it off. Good luck. Now number 5 is as easy as A, B, C's. Always brings credit cards. These are the people who use credit cards for every dollar that they spend because these cards reward them with points that they can transfer to get free hotels, free flights, and free stuff. Cards like the NAB Rewards or the ANZ Rewards are just two of the many rewards cards in circulation in the Australian market. ABCs know that to maximize the rewards on these cards, they have to pay off their monthly statement in full every month, as the purchase interest rates in these cards are usually on the higher end of the spectrum, opposite of the serial monogamists. ABCs also usually have more than one rewards card at a time, because some rewards cards would offer more points on spending on one kind of thing and another card would offer more points on some other thing. They also pay an annual fee that ranges from $50 to about $450 depending on the card, because these cards have perks on them and they're happy to enjoy all of them. I personally fit into this category because I have 4 credit cards, 3 of which earn points per dollar spent, and I just applied for my 5th one 2 days ago, which would also give me a sign-up bonus and free flights. And I use my credit cards in at least 95% of all my transactions. So far I've paid for 4 return flights using points, from Melbourne to Sydney using Virgin Australia, and I think I still have enough points in all of my cards combined to get me to anywhere in the world for a return ticket at least once. Now moving on to number 6, the fat cats. These are the people who don't care about the credit card points. They don't care about how much they pay in annual fees. They don't care about you or what you think of them. These are the people who only care about the perks and rewards holding that card would give them. One prime example of this is the American Express Platinum card, which has a whopping $1,450 in annual fees, and you would only be able to apply for it if you have an annual income of more than $100,000. So if you can get over these speed bumps, you will enjoy myriad rewards and perks, from travel rewards to stock market news subscriptions, which may or may not be valuable to you, again depending on your lifestyle. There you have it guys, those are 6 types of people who use credit cards in different ways in their life. I know that there are a lot more people who use credit cards for different styles, so if you know one of them, comment them down below and share with us what you know. So if you like the content, please press the like button, and if you haven't yet, press the subscribe button and tap the bell notification icon to see a video every Thursday. This is Osler from Down Under, and I'll see you in the next video. BT Dubs, I'm doing a product review next week. I'm so excited that the company reached out to me a few weeks ago to review their product. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Bye!